Hello everyone, welcome to 10 Days Away. It is a visual novel game, and I'm playing it. And I've had a real bug for visual novel games, so I just thought, let's play some more, right? Alright, well, let's start. My name is Abigail. I'm... Ooh, I can't read today. When can I ever read? My name is Abigail. I'm 17 years old. So Q to save, and then there's options, and okay, cool. Whenever I tell my story, I like to imagine I'm standing on a tall hill with a tree next to me, looking down on a small village in the distance. Something like this. Anyway, I used to live with both my parents. Sorry, it's kind of hard to read. You might want to change the, I wonder what you could do here. I guess you could, kind of add, an outline or something, or maybe have a way for the text to pop out a little more. I'm not sure how you would fix that. It's not that bad, though, so maybe I'm just complaining for nothing. I used to live with both my parents in a beautiful house by the countryside. Used to. Uh-oh. Now it's just me and my mom. And that so-called house has turned into a pigsty. Literally. After my dad died, me and my mom had to sell our house and move out since my mom wasn't making enough money on her own. And the buyer turned the house I grew up in into a farm or something like that. I can't describe how it makes me feel to look back at that. The house I was born in, the house I grew up in, the house I made so many memories with my family is now all gone. Now we live in a shitty little house squeezed in the worst parts of town. Well, time to add a language warning on this one. I guess I shouldn't be this ungrateful. I mean, at least I got a roof over my head and most of the stuff we had in our old house. Anyway, my dad died out on the job while he was putting out an insane wildfire. He was a firefighter. Firefighting is actually not that dangerous of a job. My dad just had the worst luck. I wonder if that's actually true. He got stuck between a bunch of burning trees around him. There was no way out of the obstacle since the fire was too intense. It's kind of hard to read this part of the dialogue because the artwork is kind of, I don't know, maybe I need to darken the screen or something. I don't know what's going on with that, but it was impossible for him to get out of there by himself, so he died before the others got to him. He died a hero, and that's what keeps me sane. Thankfully, I'm a type of person to be able to control most of my emotions, so I don't spill in front of people, not even my own mom. When she sits there and cries hysterically with a bottle of half-empty wine in her hand, I just look at her with blank emotions. Whenever I feel like breaking down and crying and yelling in pain, I just freeze. My body starts to shake, my skin goes pale, and my eyes twitch uncontrollably. Sounds like she's got anxiety problems. That's just how I am. Don't worry, that's how I am too sometimes. I love my dad so much. I was definitely a daddy's girl. I looked up to him. I wanted to be a firefighter just like him. And I still do. It'll just be much harder for my mom to let me do that now that because of what happened. It will just be harder for my mom to let me do that now because of what happened to my dad. I'm not gonna lie, ever since it happened, I've gotten cold towards my mom. I don't talk to her as much anymore. In fact, I only talk to her when I'm hungry or need something from her. Oof. If she asks me something, I either just answer with yes or no, or just completely ignore her until she goes away. I know it seems unfair for me to do that to her when she actually hasn't done anything, but I just can't help it. It's hard to explain. It's just how I am. Abby, are you okay? Whoa. As soon as I opened my eyes, the first thing I saw was my mom standing in front of me, looking at me with concern. This character design looks very familiar. I'm not saying you stole it or anything. It just looks super familiar. What character does she remind me of? Because I watch a lot of anime, so maybe that's why. Anyway, I like the character design already. It's really cute. You fell off the bed. I thought you might have hurt yourself. Are you hurt? No, I'm fine, Mom. Whatever. Well, okay. School starts soon. You should probably start getting ready. Okay. Why am I... Okay. No, I should stop doing that. Do you need help picking out your outfit, or do you want me to make you some breakfast? Just get out, Mom. Just gets out, Mom. Just gets out, Mom. I want to get dressed. But why don't you want my help? Just get out, Mom. I can take care of myself. I was just trying to help. You don't have to be so rude about it, Abigail. You ungrateful little punk. Finally, peace and quiet. Now I can play World of Warcraft in peace. I got dressed within a few minutes and then just packed my bag with everything I needed for school. Also, the music is really pleasant. Also, let's save our game because I realized that in visual novel games, saving is very important. Also, I'm playing Persona, and Persona is kind of like a visual novel game at times, so you kind of have to, like, save and reload saves sometimes to choose correct choices and stuff. Anyway, I went to the first 2 classes until I had enough of that smug-faced teacher rambling nonsense and went to the back of the school to eat my food. I sat down on the grass and pulled the bag of mini granola? Is that how you spell granola? Granola bars from my backpack and started eating them. Believe it or not, I actually wasn't the type of kid to skip classes and show attitude to teachers back then. It's just that I've gotten much braver about a number of things after everything that's been happening in my life lately. Thinking about it now, school is just not that big of a deal. School is just not as big of a deal as kids make it to be. It's important, I'm not saying it's not. It's just not more important than your happiness. Huh? Why am I imagining this place? And why does it look so familiar? Come on, Abby. Come on, Abby, poke the windows. Come on, Abby, poke... I think the comma's supposed to be here. Come on, Abby, poke the windows in our sandcastle. Of course. Holy shit, that's your dad? He looks like a high school student. Oh, ha 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 ha, Abby, that's not where the windows go, honey. Here, let me show you. He just like, smacks the sandcastle over. It's like, Dad, how could you do that? Because your sandcastle wasn't good enough. I remember now. That day at the beach, I was 8 years old, and I still remember it like it happened yesterday. It was one of the best days of my life. We spent the whole day at the beach that day. As a family. My dad and I were building sandcastles together until he smacked one down, while my mom was sitting next to us reading a book. I remember the soothing sound of the waves hitting the shore. I remember so vividly when it got dark, begging my parents to stay for a few more minutes, then a few more, then a few more, until they had enough and took me home. I don't think I'll ever forget that day, and I don't even want to forget it. I'm still thinking about the dad smacking that sandcastle down. That'd be really funny if that was just written in there. I don't want to forget it. If only all my memories were as good as this one, then I would never be sad in my life. But everything good comes to an end. That's what life is. A series of mixed memories, or something like that. I'm not a poet, let's just make that clear. Time to go home. Hey, sweetie. How did your day go? How did your day at school go? I'm not 10 anymore, Mom. You don't have to ask me for every time I come home from school. I was just trying to start a conversation, since you don't really talk to anyone unless they start talking to you. What is this, like, the Metal Gear Solid music? Oh, I see. So you think I'm lonely? I didn't mean it like that, Solid Snake. I know what you meant, Mom, and you don't have to lie to me. I wish he had an eye patch. That'd be really funny. I know what you mean. I can't do it anymore. I know what you meant, Mom. You don't have to lie to me, and you don't have to call me Abby anymore. Are you on your... The menstruation cycle is pretty funny, huh? What? No. Oh. What the fuck, Mom? Oh, God. Jesus. Now, whenever I'm angry, you're gonna assume I'm on my period? Watch your language around me, young lady. For fuck's sake, Mom, don't treat me like a turnpike. I don't like, Wow. Can't we just talk like normal adults? I said watch how you speak to me. I'm not your friend, I'm your mother. Exactly, you're not my friend, so don't expect me to be nice to you. Abby. I said don't call me Abby more, and don't talk to me. I want to be alone! What a punk-ass kid. Ugh, I get so frustrated when she talks to me like that. And then she expects me to be nice to her. Is this going to be one of those stories where, like, the protagonist is really unlikable and then she becomes really likable? Because, like, I'm down for that. I can't even begin to explain how many times I've told her that I don't want to talk to her. I don't want her to talk to me like a child, and she doesn't listen. It's like whatever I said to her, she just forgets the next day and it carries on normally. I'm not asking much. I'm not even asking her to change. I just want her to change the way she looks at me. Like I'm a child. Wait, you want her to... Huh? Can I go back? I'm not asking... Oh yeah, I can go back, but there's a back button down here. Okay, let me save, actually. Return. I'm not asking... By the way, those menus and stuff, the user interface for this game is really good, I have to say. It's really well done. Ugh, excuse me. You know me, I'm really bad at reading for long periods of time. I'm not asking much. I'm not even asking her to change. I just want her to change the way she looks at me, like I'm a child. I feel like that sentence could be a little more well done. I don't know. I shouldn't criticize it too much. I know I must... It just confused me for a second. That's why I went back. I know I must be a child in her eyes, and I don't want to think that I will exit that zone until I have a child of my own, but that's what angers me most. I wish she would just try to look at things from my perspective. There's nothing I hate more than being treated like a child. Nothing! Except for when the sandcastles get smacked down. I hate that too. Ugh, it doesn't even matter. I don't know why I keep trying to make her see when she doesn't want to. You can't force someone to see something they refuse. Later that night, I just got dressed into my pajamas and went to bed, hugging my pillow tightly. That is one secret I would never want anyone to know. That I hug my pillow at night? Well, I mean, I kind of know it now. People would think I feel embarrassed or that I look lonely. She's like a total tsundere character, isn't she? People would think that I'd feel embarrassed or look lonely in their eyes, when in reality I'm not. But the truth is that I don't want to seem weak. People could use that against me. If it's not obvious already, I have some major trust issues. I have developed them during my time of living on this planet and just simply learned not to trust people unless I really don't like this protagonist already. I have shed tears because unworthy people countless times in my life, and I figured it's much easier to wear armor of steel rather than risk getting impaled. That was actually kind of a nice sentence. The next day, Abigail, wake up! Huh? I see Mom standing over my bed with a suitcase sitting on the ground next to her. What's going on? You know, I've been thinking after our last fight that it would be best if you took a break. A break? What? A break? What's going on, Mom? I know this is all of a sudden, but I just don't think we can carry on living like this any longer. I just talked with my friend in Japan, and she agreed to let you stay with her for a few days until you air out. Japan? Mom, are you kidding me right now? I know I look like an anime character, but you can't just send me there. You won't need to worry about anything. It's a small, quiet town, just what you need. It's called Yaso Inaba, and there's a bunch of kids running around trying to solve a mystery. What I need? Abigail, just calm down and listen to me for a moment. Go ahead. Things after your dad, they just haven't been the same anymore, and I don't expect them to be. It's just I don't want you to look at me like as if I'm an enemy. I'm your mother, and I want you to be fully aware of that. It's just painful for me to live every day with the thought of my own daughter hating me. You have no idea how much that wrecks me. Mom. Don't think I don't know that you've been skipping classes lately. Your grades are going down, and so are you. This trip is going to be good for you, good for both of us. I had no idea you were willing to get rid of me instead of trying to fix things yourself. Don't change this on me, Abigail? Don't you mean don't blame this on me? Don't change this on me, Abigail. We both know that you're as stubborn as a mule. You would never listen to me if you didn't want to. So why not take you to someone... why not take you to someone who would? You would? What? Okay, this game kind of has a lot of grammar problems. I'm not trying to like hate on it or anything. I think it's really interesting so far, and I like the character designs and the artwork. It's really good. You might want to just go back and like kind of reread some things, I guess, is my my critique, I suppose. But I like your game so far. It just kind of makes it hard to like read sometimes and confuses me. I just get easily confused. That's what I'm saying. Mom, can't you just try? I promise you'll like her. She is a great woman. I don't care. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. If you want to so badly, then I'll go, but do not expect good results. At least make a bit of effort. You might enjoy yourself. I could say F you, or let's just go. I don't want to say F. Mom, follow me. She drove me to the airport and paid for my flight. It was obvious that she wanted to hug me just before I left, but I didn't even notice and just went on my flight. Traveling from Alabama to she's from Alabama? Really? Oh. Traveling from Alabama to some forgotten town in Japan. That's a long trip. A while later, I finally arrived. I took my luggage and left the airport. And I am now stranded in the middle of nowhere with only the airport and what looked like an endless road. But maybe not all hope is lost. I saw a taxi driving this way. It pulled up in front of me and the driver asked if I was Abigail. When I said yes, he offered me to take me to my destination. I guess he was being paid by the woman. As we drove further down the road, there wasn't a drastic difference to the surroundings. Everything just seemed so serene and beautiful. I noticed myself zone out, looking out the window a few times. After what seemed like a 10-minute drive, we finally made it to her house. But my mom was definitely right about the peace and quiet, since this place is located so far from civilization, and I like it already. So this is it. Wow, it's beautiful. I definitely wouldn't mind living here. Actually, this is some really nice artwork in the background. A few minutes passed and I was still staring at the beautiful scenery that was in front of me. It was truly breathtaking for someone like me to see this kind of beauty. Enough gushing, time to go! Dun 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 dun, Metal Gear! I approached the house and was kindly greeted by a woman I'm guessing is my mom's friend that she was talking about. You are Abigail, right? Nellie's daughter. Yeah. You can call me Dawn. Her name is Dawn? What kind of name is that? That's like from Pokemon, isn't it? Now that I think about it, she doesn't look very, Japanese. Her accent is American as well. Would it be rude to ask? Ugh, screw it. Let's save the game because I have a feeling a choice is gonna come up. Wait, can I just... Oh, there's a quick save option. Okay. If you don't mind me asking, are you Japanese? Haha, do I really look that white? I don't mean to offend you or anything. I don't offend easily. Actually, I'm only half Asian and half white. That explains it. That makes sense. I'll get the others. I'll get the others so they can meet you. Actually, I'm feeling pretty tired, so I'm just gonna go to bed. But dinner will be ready in a few hours. Then just wake me up then. If that's what you want, let me take you to your room. I didn't even pay attention to whatever she said after she agreed to take me to my room. I was just in my own little world. When I entered the bedroom, I didn't take the time to scope out the area. I just collapsed on my bed. A few hours later, excuse me, dinner is ready. I could hear a soft, high-pitched voice talking over my head, but I was way too deep into my nap to care. Also, you're sleeping in my bed. Wait, what? I thought this was my room. I immediately jumped out of bed. In front of me was a very petite-looking girl. She was quite shorter than me, and I could see the kindness in her eyes. I just couldn't be rude to her, even if I tried. This is your room? Well, yes, but now since you're staying here too. Don't worry, there's two beds. You just fell asleep on the wrong one. I'm really sorry about that. I am too. Don't worry about it. My name is Ayaka, but everyone calls me Aya, so feel free. Wait a second. Does the protagonist know Japanese already, or is everybody just speaking English? I'm very confused about how they understand each other. I guess they're all speaking English. It must be that way, right? It's nice to meet you. I'm Abigail, but you can just call me Abby. I'll suspend my disbelief, I suppose. You have a strange name. So do you. Haha, okay, let's go downstairs for dinner. You also get to meet everyone else. How many people live here? About 4 or 5. With you now. Are you a family, or... Oh no, none of us are related to Dawn, but since we're good friends with her, she lives in a giant house. She just let us live with her, one of many rooms in this house. Oh. Should we go now? Let's go. Holy crap. Good evening, everyone. Since everyone is here, I'd like you to meet our new roommate, Abigail. Hi. Ugh, sorry, I need to drink some water. There's too many hot guys on the screen. I can't help myself. She's a little shy. She's a little shy since she wasn't much of a social butterfly back at home. So give her some time. I believe you already met Ayaka. She's going to be in the same room as you during your stay. Yeah. These two gentlemen are not Naoki and Hideo. They are not very friendly with each other due to some private issues, but they manage. What kind of private issues could they possibly have? And if they don't like each other, why would they want to live in the same house? Well, if we're all done here, we can move on to dinner and get to know each other a bit more. I'm sure Abigail has a lot of questions, so she should probably save her game so that she doesn't make any mistakes or choices she regrets later. Everyone sat at the dinner table where countless options of food were displayed. My stomach was grumbling from even looking at it. I was ready to stuff my face with food after that long flight. Being the American brat that I am, I filled my plate with them. I don't know why that makes me laugh so much. Being the American brat that I am. Why does that make me laugh? I filled my plate with the most familiar looking food like salad and mashed potatoes and fish. I wanted to try something new, but I was just way too hungry to care. So Abigail, why don't you tell us a little bit about life in America? Well, Donald Trump is running the country. Okay, but we're not gonna. And we're not gonna go into politics. She was waiting for me to add something else, but little does she know that I can barely construct a single sentence when I'm feeling nervous. Sorry, I'm not much of a talker. Naoki, that's pretty obvious. He said in a joking tone, so I naturally smiled at him. That was not a joking tone, I did. Whoops, I clicked a bunch of... Okay, let's go back one. Oh, come on, Naoki. Don't make her feel bad, as she'll warm up eventually. But until then, why don't you ask whatever you need to know? You are going to be living in a foreign country for a while. How long will I be staying here? You will be leaving on the 10th day at sunset. Didn't you read the title of this game? Oh, okay. I hope you don't want to leave us already. No, I was just curious. Is there anything else you're curious to know? Not for now. Okay then. Everyone here everyone here said something to me except that Hideo guy. Why do I have a feeling he hates me or something? Should I ask him, or would that be too weird? I should keep quiet and not risk getting in trouble. Hideo, you haven't really said anything to Abigail. I don't have anything to say to her, Dawn. Oh well, suit yourself. What's his deal? Do I annoy him or something? Screw it. Am I a problem to you, Hideo? If I am, just tell me. What? No. He looked pretty shocked when I said that out of nowhere, and now I feel bad. Haha, oh Abigail, Hideo's always this gloomy. Don't worry, he doesn't have anything against you. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. See, Hide? See, Hide, even Abigail noticed. You should stop before you scare all the pretty girls like her away. He was mocking him and flirting with me at the same time. Wow. ... I hope you don't take much offense from his rudeness, Abigail. He's always like that. He once scared my now ex-girlfriend to death with his Grim Reaper-looking ass. Wow, he's really making a fool out of him. Should I do something? This is my fault after all. I'm gonna stay out of it. Okay, that's enough now, Key. Fine. If you're all finished with dinner, you should go to your rooms. Abigail, come on, I'll walk you to your room. Right behind you. Did you enjoy dinner? Because I'm about to eat you. Holy crap, you're a vampire. Yeah, it was really good. I'm glad you liked it. I made it myself. Huh? You're actually a really sweet girl. Kind too. You just need to find your peace and not let your anger out on other people. So my mom told you everything, huh? She told me everything I need to know, Abby. Don't worry, that doesn't change the way I look at you in any way, because I can clearly see that you're not a bad person. You have good intents, but you let your fury get the best of you. Don't worry, that's why you're here after all. If you want to get better, all you need to do is open yourself up to me, tell me what's going on in your mind, and I'll help you, I promise. I don't know. I understand. You need some more time. I won't rush you. All that I'm trying to say is that your time here will be used for good. It will be worth it in the end, and it will change your life for the better. Starting tomorrow, you're going to learn what life is really about through your own eyes. But for now, you should go to bed and clear your head. Good night. Also, you should save the game. She is really nice and really good at making me feel good and bad about myself at the same time. It's like she makes me feel guilty, but then gives me hope and creates this weird, hopeful feeling inside of me. I haven't felt that in a long time, even before my dad's tragic death. I've always just had more pessimistic view on things. That's just how I am. But that's enough for tonight. I should get some sleep. Hey, Abby. I'm here to haunt you. Dad? Yeah, I miss you so much, sweetheart. Come, let's frolic in the fields together. I miss you too, Dad. I miss you so much every day. It's hard to go on without you. I know, Abby, but you should really stop playing World of Warcraft. You should also keep going even if you feel like you can't anymore. Do it for me. But Dad, I have to reach level 80. Live for me. Live through everything I couldn't. Be strong. Stronger than I was. Dad! You have no idea how much more you're capable of than me. You could try to take over the world if you want, so you should probably try to do that. Dad? What happened? Where'd he go? I began running around aimlessly looking for him. Shh. This better not be a frickin' jump scare game. Designers? Huh? It's alright now, Abby. Everything is going to be just fine. Where's my dad? Your dad can no longer be with you. But you don't need him. You'll do just fine without him. He was never a good father to you anyway. Who are you and what do you want? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, I thought there was going to be a jump scare, but... Abby? Are you okay? Dad? Oh, you had a nightmare. I'm so sorry. I know how you must feel. Come here. Let's cuddle together. She gently wrapped her arms around me and pressed her small body against me. I instinctively hugged her back and I felt a lot better all of a sudden. How cute. She smelled like a field of flowers even in her sleep. It was soothing. After a while, she pulled away. I'm gonna go get you a glass of water. I'll be right back. Aya's my favorite. Please stay! But it'll make you feel... Alright, my goal is to put this girl with this girl. But it'll make you feel better. Please just stay with me. Alright then. She kindly helped me up on my bed and lay down next to me. At the moment, I didn't care about anything. I just turned to my side and snuggled in Aya's embrace. Her warmth against my body was calming me so much. I didn't ever want it to end. Oh, what? This is adorable. Are you feeling better? She softly whispered. Yeah, thank you so much, Aya. That's what friends are for. We're friends, right? Of course. Aya? Yeah? You know, throughout my entire life experiences with my friends, I have never been closer to any of them like I feel to you, and we only just met. I know, I feel it too. Maybe we're just meant to be best friends. Oh, hell yeah! You're gonna be the bestest of friends. Maybe. Do best friends tell each other secrets? They tell each other everything. Then you should know that I am a demon in disguise. Oh wait, I don't have many friends. Okay. I actually don't have any other friends other than Hideo, Nanoki, and Dawn, but I never felt close to them. I feel close to you, and it's strange that we only just met. Yeah, very strange. Maybe I shouldn't have chosen that piece of dialogue or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore. We fell asleep almost a minute later, and strangely enough, I have never felt so rested in my life. Day 2. So the appeal that I kind of felt about this game was that it was a day cycle. So I was just like, that's pretty. If it's a time-based thing, then I kind of dig it. But anyway, let's continue. Good morning, sleepyhead. Come on, it's time to get to work. Work. You know, chores and stuff like that to help around the house. Uh-oh. What do you want to help with? Cleaning the yard with Hideo, fixing the furniture with Nanoki, or picking wild berries with me? Obviously, I'm gonna go pick wild berries with you, dude. Great, let's get going then. Where are we gonna throw? That needs to be fixed. Where are we gonna go, I think? To the forest, of course. Where I'll take your soul forever. Whoa, this place is beautiful. It's just the forest. We don't even have anything close to a forest like this where I come from. That's a shame, but at least you'll get to enjoy ours for a while, right? Guess so. Come on, there's plenty of berries in all the shrubs. Just make sure they're not poisonous. Okay, but how do I know if they're not poisonous? I feel like I need to save. If you could die in this game, that would be amazing. Well, there's a chance. The chance is really small, so if you come across odd-looking berries, avoid them or ask me. I can tell the difference. Also, there's a little basket hidden in one of those shrubs for picking. Go find it and start. Got it. Alright, I will be picking right around the corner from you. I started peeking between the branches each shrub to find the basket Aya was talking about. It took a few minutes, but I finally saw it. I slightly crouched down to get to the height of the bush and gently inserted my arm to reach for the basket. I successfully got the basket and decided to tell Aya before I start picking berries. Hey Aya, is this the basket you were talking about, right? Hey Aya, this is the basket you were talking about, right? Abby, what happened to your hand? What? I looked down and suddenly got... What? I looked down at my hand and suddenly I looked down at my hand that was currently occupied with the basket and suddenly got chills down my spine. I immediately dropped the basket to take a better look at what I was dealing with. My right hand had a large red bite mark. Does it hurt? I can't quite tell if it hurts or itches. It was probably an insect of some kind. Are you serious? Don't worry, it's not serious. We're gonna fix it later, okay? I think it's gonna be a bit harder since I have extremely sensitive skin. That's probably why I got so red so fast. What should I do? Why don't you sit on one of those rocks while I get my stuff? What stuff? I have a lot of useful things hidden in different areas in this forest. I believe I have a first aid kit here somewhere. But where is it? It's nearby. I'll be right back. I can't believe I'm wasting her time with my bullshit. Why am I so freaking stupid? How did I not see there was something on the basket when I was grabbing it? Now Aya's probably going to get in trouble because of me. I found it. Why don't we just go back home, take care of it there, and come back? Because nobody's home right now, and I don't have a key, so we have to at least wait an hour or so to get back. And don't worry, I'm not letting you work in this condition. After we fix this, I'll pick enough berries to take home while you sit and stay safe, okay? No way am I letting you work alone because of my stupid mistake. Abby, it was my fault. I made you get that basket from the shrub without warning you. You couldn't have known. It doesn't justify me still. I should have been paying more attention to you. You are new to this all after all. ... Now give me your hand. She takes a butcher knife and just chops it off. And this turns into a horror game. Ugh, I need some more water. Jeez. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. I definitely want to go through this entire thing. How much time am I on right now? I'm recording this entire episode. Oh, jeez. She gently wrapped her hand around mine, making my wound more visible to her eyes. She then opened up some kind of bag that she had sitting next to her on the ground and pulled out a small bottle of, I'm guessing, rubbing alcohol. She also pulled out some kind of cloth, and I drenched it in alcohol. This might sting a little bit, but it'll only last a minute. She then softly pressed the wet cloth on my affected area. The pressure was completely irrelevant since the pain of the alcohol to a fresh wound would be the same no matter what. I wanted to move around and roll in the dirt, but instead I just screamed really loudly, "Ah!" But instead I just squinted my eyes and kept my left hand into a fist. Just a little bit longer, she kept rubbing the cloth on my wound, causing an even bigger amount of pain, and then it finally stopped. There, it's clean. Are you feeling okay? You look a little pale. I'm fine, but do you think that it might have been a venomous snake by any chance? Absolutely not. The mark doesn't even look slightly similar to a snake bite. It was probably just a spider of a bigger size species. Are you sure? If it was venomous, it probably would have been feeling much worse than this right now. I could tell she was telling white lies to calm me. Okay, now we just need to wrap it up with some bandages. Alright. She pulled out some bandages from the bag and carefully wrapped them around my hand, covering the wound. If it starts to bleed or hurt, just let me know. I have some painkillers and stitches. Stitches? Well, yeah, I wasn't sure if the wound was big enough for that, but I might be wrong. Just let me know if something begins to feel wrong. Jesus. Hi, did you work as a doctor before you moved here? No, but I've always wanted to be one for all my life. I never got the chance to go to medical school. Can I ask why? Well, it's kind of complicated. My parents died when I was 11. I remember the pain of losing them. It was like part of... Oh wow, she's kind of similar to the protagonist. It was like losing a part of yourself that you grew up with and couldn't even imagine living without. I spent maybe a whole week in the house with my parents' corpses beside me. Jesus Christ! I had only gotten up to use the bathroom and drink water. Dawn found me. I was starved from not eating for a whole week straight. She helped me regain my body mass, and with time I got better. Since I was an orphan at 11, Dawn decided to take... It's only day 2 and she's already unloading, like... Is this a realistic situation? I don't know. It's a visual novel game. I guess I'll let it go. Since I was an orphan, this is like the most miserable thing I've ever heard. Since I was an orphan at 11, Dawn decided to take me in and live with her. At that time, I was the only one living with her. Then later came Hideo and Naoki. I'm so sorry. I know how it feels losing a parent, but both at the same time. Is it okay if I ask how they died? She was having trouble talking after all those memories I brought up. It's okay, Aya. You don't have to force yourself to tell me. I'm sorry for even bringing it up. They killed themselves. They were tired of living this filth, being treated by pigs by wealthier people. Where we lived, you weren't the same as everyone else. You were considered a rat. That's what we were to them. Rats, only because we didn't have that much money as they did. I know it was hard for my parents, but much harder than it was for me since I was a child. But how could they be so selfish? Why did they choose to leave me? That's why I sold my soul to Satan. Why didn't they take me with them? Oh, hail Lucifer. Oh, okay, shh, calm down, Ayaka. It's better now. You're stronger. You don't need anyone to slow you down, especially not Satan. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have spilled that on you like that. It's okay. You got it out of your system. It'll never get out of my system no matter how much I cry and beg. What hurts me the most is that I don't know if I should be mad at my parents for just abandoning me like that, or be sad that they died. Anyway, just let me pick a few dozen more berries and we can go home. Whatever you say. Time to save! After that, the horrifying shit. The rest of our time in the forest was quiet, to say the least. Ayaka didn't say a word after our conversation. Maybe I brought up too much memory she didn't want to remember. There that day, it was time for dinner, but Aya didn't want to eat. I asked why, and she shook her head and went upstairs to our room. I feel bad, but I think she wants some time alone, so I decided to let her. It's time for dinner. Good evening, everyone. I see we're missing a familiar face. Do you know where Aya is? Yeah, she's upstairs. She didn't feel like eating. I think she's feeling a bit down. Oh, in that case, we should give her some space. Everyone, dig in. I immediately filled up my plate with a bit of everything from the table and started eating. 30 minutes later. Did you guys enjoy the food? Of course we did. Dawn, when have we not? I second that. Well, I'm glad because I have a little treat for you, Abigail. Really? Yep. She carefully picked up a small box of some kind under her chair and handed it over to me. Go ahead, open it. Wow, okay. Chocolate! I was so excited when I first laid my eyes on those chocolates, I felt like I could fly. Whoa, you're way too excited for food. Do you have any idea what chocolate means to me, Naoki? Do you? Well, I hope it doesn't mean to you more than I do. Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. It's been so long since I've had chocolate. I knew you loved chocolate, but I had no idea it was this serious. If only you knew. I'm gonna finish these in 2 minutes. Well, I hope not, because the visual novel will be over if you're dead. That is a whole box, young lady. But you earned it with the amount of work you did today, so enjoy every last bit of it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna take your soul. After dinner, I went straight to my room and collapsed on my bed immediately. An hour of sleep later. Yeah, I think it'll happen eventually. I heard 2 familiar voices whispering right outside my room. I opened my eyes to try to see who was talking, but it was impossible since they were talking on the other side of the door. But do you really think she can pull it off? Of course she can. If it's just another death, it's not the end of the world. Death? Are they talking about my dad? You're right, it's just a matter of time. It'll be over soon. That's enough. I will not let them talk about my dad like that. I jumped out of bed, not fully aware of reality, ready to fight. Dawn, Hideo, you two were talking about my dad's death? Abby, what are you doing up this late? And how did you hear us? The better question is, why are you two up this late talking about me forgetting about my dad? What the hell are you talking about? Were you dreaming? Don't try to turn this on me, Hideo. I was fully awake when I heard you two talking about my dad's death. We didn't even mention your dad once. So you're admitting... Jesus Christ, are you 5 years old? Hideo, stop it. Abigail, you're right. We were talking about your dad, and how you should be forgetting him soon. But only if for your own good. Life is about living, not crying over someone who has lived their life. How could you say that, Dawn? Haven't you ever lost someone you deeply cared for? If you're talking like this, then you haven't. Dear, I have lost more people than the amount of people you've met in the duration of your life. Stop it! Stop trying to fill my head with your lies. You have no idea what it's like. I'm in so much pain. I'm trying to make myself feel better by blocking it out. But no matter what I do, it always returns. Abigail. No, don't talk to me anymore. I hate you. I hate everyone. I wish I was the only person alive on this planet so I didn't have to deal with anyone's bullshit. I stormed back into my room and buried myself under the blanket. Boo-hoo. I can't believe how they just expected me to magically forget about my father so fast. It's like they think I'm a robot with no emotions. I wish I was. It would be so much easier like that. I will begin speaking like a robot to confront my feelings. Not really. Now that I think about it, maybe I overreacted a little. Well, does not compute. But what do they expect? Sensitivity is a common after experiencing the death of a loved one. Ugh, I should just forget about it and go to sleep. Beep, bop, bop, beep, bop, shutting down. But how can I look at them the same way after what they said? Especially Dawn. Day 3. Good morning, Abby. Breakfast is ready. Everyone at the table except you. Expect you. Enjoy your food then. You're not going to eat with us? I'm not hungry. So where are you going to go? Stop asking me so many questions, You're not my mom. I can go wherever I want to. This is Japan, Abigail. There's a lot of weeboos here, and you're gonna get lost. If I get lost, then fucking forget about me. It's not like I mean anything to you anyway. I don't care how stupid I'm being in their eyes. I just can't let go of a grudge that easily. Finally, some peace and quiet. It's been a while since I took some quality time by myself. I sat on the grass for about 5 minutes and enjoyed the serene sound of nature nature, the serene sound, enjoying the serene sounds of sounds nature was making around me. Ugh. I am also enjoying the sounds of my own voice dying. How much time is this video going on for? 45 minutes? We'll get to like the 50 hour mark, and then I'll take a break. And then we'll maybe do this for part 2, because I actually really like this so far. It's really funny and it's interesting, and it's not funny, it's just like, I think I really like, I don't know, I like the story. It's kind of interesting, so that's what I'm trying to say. What am I doing here? Why did I come here? What has my life become? Before I knew it, I began to question my life like I was supposed to be dead already, which didn't make sense? You need to spell that right, too. But it did in my head at the time. An hour later. Okay, I think I'm ready to go back now. It only took an hour? Really? I've cleared my head from all the bullshit. I began walking through the woods where I supposedly came from, but things weren't looking too familiar. It's starting to get dark and I don't remember where I came from. I would go back to the area I'm most familiar with in the forest, but I lost track of it. Now I'm in a completely unknown part of this fucking forest where no one will ever be able to find me. This is just great. I am not gonna attempt to find my way back blindly, where I could possibly find myself deeper in the forest. It's best if I just sit here and wait for someone to find me. Besides, it's not like I walked that far anyway. Just a few hours. Ugh, I hate myself for doing this. Why couldn't I just act like a normal human being and lock myself in a room or something and not storm out to the forest in a foreign country? You're a fucking idiot, Abigail. I mean, you kinda are. It's so cold. I had no idea it was going to be this cold at night. If I had known, I would have at least brought something like an emergency jacket with me or something. Should I scream in hopes of being heard by someone who can rescue me? No, it's too dangerous. They might be dangerous animals that can hear me instead. Then I'll be food. Maybe I should try to light a fire? Yeah, a fire will keep me warm and produce smoke that can be seen by Dawn and the others. They know I'm lost, right? I feel like I need to save. She might burn down the entire forest, I don't know. What if they think I went to some hotel and that's why I didn't come back to the house? Or even worse, I think they think I left the country to go back to my mom's house and they never come looking for me and I just end up dying here like a rat. God damn it, I should have just stayed at the house. Okay, Abigail, just keep calm and think. What do I need? Dry sticks, leaves, and some stones to start a spark with. I gathered all the items I listed in my head and arranged them for a campfire. Okay, I have multiple options to start a spark. From what I saw in movies, I could hit 2 stones together, rub a stick over some leaves, and the other options require camping gear. So the stick rubbing method won't work since the leaves are not dry, so I will try the stone method. Oh, she's pretty smart. I will give her that. I began to hit and rub the 2 small stones against each other over the sticks like a caveman, but to no avail. I saw some sparks here and there, but there was no way I could light a whole campfire with that. I kept repeating the process for like half an hour, but nothing seemed to be working. This is bullshit! I yelled out all my anger, which had been piling up this entire time. Huh? What the hell is that? Oh no, did I alert a bear or something? This is it. It's time for me to die. Goodbye, cruel world. It's Satan. Don't think you're just leaving yet, Abby. Dawn, how did you find me? Well, I knew you would come here since the forest is the only place a person can go to clear their mind when in doubt of their life. Yeah, but it looks like... But how did you know I was in this exact area? It took me hours of walking to get here. I know this forest like the back of my hand, and besides, it wasn't that hard to find you since you were making so much noise. Really? I thought I was being quiet. It doesn't matter now. What does matter is your well-being. We need to light a fire. Fire? Aren't we going to go back to the house? You said it yourself, Abby. It's gonna take hours to get back home, and it's freezing cold. What's best for us both right now is to light a fire and wait until the sun rises. Okay, but we can't light a fire. I don't have matches or anything. I tried making it from scratch, but nothing worked. Sweetheart, you can't just start a fire with a simple object. You need much more than that. You need the flames of our Lord and Savior, Satan. First, I swear to God, that's going to be the ending. She's going to be like a demon or something. First of all, the tinder you have assembled here won't work. She's really creepy. Like, honestly, this Dawn girl is like a little bit like, there's something off about her. She began to dig a hole in the dirt in front of her. When she finished with that, she lined up a bunch of rocks around the hole in the form of a circle. Then I noticed she was making a pentagram. A Satan symbol. I was going to say a Satan symbol, but never mind. She took the branches from my failed campfire and aligned them in the form of a teepee in the center of the hole she dug up with her hands. Always have a pocket knife with you at all times. Why is she... You never know where you may end up. Jesus, she's so creepy. She pulled out the pocket knife and went over to a tree stump where she used the knife to cut out a small log. It wasn't too hard since her knife had little ridges from the people she probably murdered. She returned with half a log and a branch in her hands. She then set the log on the ground, placed some dead grass in front of it, and began to rub the shaft on the branch on the surface of the log. I later realized that the shaft had been sharpened, but that's why it was rubbing off so easily. Within minutes, smoke began to come out of the piece of grass. The dawn began to blow at the smoke, causing a tiny fire to bloom. Well, holy shit! I can't believe she just said that. She quickly grabbed the now ignited grass and threw it between the branches she had assembled. The fire just kept getting bigger and bigger. I just couldn't help to smile at the sight. I decided I was a pyromaniac. This won't hold up for long, but we need to fuel it with bigger pieces of wood if we want it to burn throughout the night. We collected a bunch of firewood and placed it close to the fire when it gets weaker so we could add fuel fast. After the fire is burning, you can get warm. Thank you, Dawn. I don't know what I would have done without you. Well, you wouldn't have died, since one of the boys or Aya would have found you eventually. But I doubt they know this forest as well as you, right? You're right about that. Sit down. I sat down next to Dawn right in front of me of the fire she built for me. Now, will you forgive me about the conversation between me and Hideo you overheard? I already forgot about that, Dawn. I really overreacted, even if you did something much, much worse. I don't think I would hold it against you since you just saved my life. It was stupid of me to talk about your dad when he's still a fresh wound in your heart. It's just I have a different way of thinking, and sometimes I make stupid mistakes of thinking that all people have the same mindset. I'm really curious, how is your way of thinking about death? Well, I don't find death that big a deal. It's normal. People are born, live their lives, and die to make room for other generations. And then they sell their souls to Satan, just like I have. But what about the uncontrollable sets of emotions you experience when losing a loved one? All emotions are controllable. You just have to know how to do it. I know to some extent I just want to be able to fully control all of my emotions. For that, I'm afraid you'll have to live many more years to truly understand how life works. Now, as a teenager, all you have to think about is having fun and finding love. You might think that you have it all figured out, but you can never really understand something until you have experienced it countless times. But do you think you would cry if you found out that your mother died tomorrow? Of course I would, Dawn. She's my mother. And that is proof you need that you're not ready. But wouldn't you cry if a parent of yours died? I wouldn't. I didn't. Because by the time they died, I had already soaked up the true meaning. I would keep on living knowing that they had their go at life. Now it's my turn. It's just gonna keep going and going and going until your time comes as well. When you're old and have already lived your life, you don't really care that much about meeting your death. So why should others? You're right. I can't believe I never looked at it that way. Well, now you do. Even though this won't change anything, it's still good for you to know. Dawn made sure the fire was burning throughout the entire night while I slept on her lap. I doubt she was able to fall asleep. In the morning when the sun rose, we made sure that the fire was out, that there was no possible way she could cause a forest fire after we left. Then we walked and walked for hours until we made it back to the house. Oh, Abigail, holy shit, I'm glad you're okay. Where were you all night? Abby, I was so worried about you. You're not hurt, are you? I was hoping you'd die after you brought up those terrible memories of my parents. We told Dawn about your absence. She immediately went out to look for you. I don't know how she got to you and why it took so long, but hopefully you're better now. Okay, guys, take it from here. You can go to work now. Abigail is fine. Feel better soon, Abby. We need you here. What she said. I don't care. Does it feel good to be back? As much as I hate to admit it, it does. Well, I'm glad, but now comes the big question. Do you want to help one of the boys work today, or are you going to rest? What about Ayaka? Aya isn't home right now. She went to go pick up some food. Oh, okay. Ooh. I didn't save either. I think... I don't know. I guess I should go to Hideo, because we overheard that conversation or whatever, so we should just go hang out with them, right? Anyway, I think this is a good point to kind of stop for now. I'm probably gonna play the rest of this and do some more episodes. But yeah, I like this game so far. Let's see. Yeah, I would kind of go and fix the grammar and stuff, because there's kind of a lot of it, but it wasn't like enough to like ruin the experience. But it would be a nice thing to go fix, I suppose. Anyway, I like the game though. I'll probably play more of it. Maybe I'll record some of it. I think usually I'm just gonna probably leave it here, to be honest. Yeah, I'll probably play the rest on my own though, because I kind of want to see what happens. This is probably like the most enjoyable visual novel I've played recently, I think. Well, I did play Of Ice and Snow in the other one, so I like this one a lot. That's what I'm just trying to say. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos similar to this one. Be sure to follow me on Twitter for updates and all that. Yeah, thanks for watching.